И привет, мои подлые ланнистеры. Так, сейчас я быстро все проверю. Это убрать, это поставить. Ну, все. Так, звук есть, это есть. Что-то я отвык уже. Ну ладно, поехали. А, что, уже все? А что я жду? Играть, ну поехали. По 6 эпизодов и ёбнулись. Да, мы это знаем. Ну окей. Спасибо, что держите в курсе. Резиновая усатая женщина? Почему резиновая? Здорово. Еще раз.
Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Old Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
О, поточим катану. Точнее, не катану. Ну ладно, тоже поточим.
Make sure it's spotless.
А почему усатая, но, наверное, то, что с усами, это было бы логично.
Go on. It's only blood.
Давайте, Рио. О, хорошо. Я прям чувствую это.
That is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You
Не-не, давай еще 5
never
минут.
have a sword like that.
Куда так быстро?
I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, we are just a squire.
Why not?
They
Войнот?
don't give
Какой
swords like
енот?
that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
So what really happened?
Someone caught him, I suppose. Ask any man here and they'll say it was them.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10
Что я
others
тебя
took
не
him
помню
down.
в сериале, чувак.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on.
Сам налей.
It's your job.
Я не твои
Don't
приказы
take
выполняю.
orders from you.
No, but you take orders from him. You idiots, you're his squire. Now fetch him some wine.
Да ща, надо себя отсыпать немножечко.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it.
Ты что, уже напился?
Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. You've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
О, вот это я понимаю, давай, ебашим.
To Robb Stark,
Давай,
King in
ёпта.
the North.
Будем.
The King
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard.
gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
Зима близко, ёпта.
Winter is coming.
Aye! Let's
Хуй не
hope he
сказал,
waits
блядь,
till
они
his
радуются.
bloody war's over.
Got it.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As
Зачем?
his father,
А,
I could
всё,
not be
понял.
more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with
А
you.
что со мной делать? Со мной ничего не надо делать.
Been on my mind for a while now. Something
Со мной,
must be
милорд.
done.
With me, my lord.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever.
Ну, это
How shall I
предложение.
reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You serve me well.
To bring honor to
Ну,
House
прославить
Forrester, my
дом.
lord.
Ну,
You
клево.
have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester.
Ну, клево,
It's well
попиздимся.
deserved, Garrett.
Давно пора, я не подведу.
Your hard work has paid
А, ну,
off.
не подведу,
Thank you, my
всё,
lord.
ну, такие,
I
блядь,
promise.
культурные
I
нахуй.
won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight.
меня
I
дожали.
wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell. Empty. Squire! Fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand?
Что тебе надо, а? Отъебись.
Come on. Can I get up to you?
Хорошо, но будешь должен.
But you owe me.
Oh, you? I've been a squire longer than you have. I
Это господи. Дольше меня так и остался чмошником. А я нахуй воин теперь.
Scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk
Могло быть и
liar
хуже.
and an
Отстань.
arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much
What
worse.
the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's why you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Кто не
Who
любит
doesn't
бекон?
love bacon?
Ah, pig farmers.
Ну ладно.
All I'm
Он
saying
пытался
is,
шутить.
at this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the
Но
low.
ты останешься, я нет.
For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding.
Ни я меня
A waste of
повысили.
fucking time.
Все еще
Give
будет.
it
И я
time.
не буду говорить
You'll
ему.
get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there.
Ну, красная свадьба. Люто.
Take your time. You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood. Fucking phrase.
Че ты такой токсичный, а?
Nice night for a wedding. Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters. Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What?
Ну,
What's
понесли.
wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already. What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Ну, спасу этого дурачка.
But what about... What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? It's Don't need a fucking run.
We have to warn the others.
Warn them about what?
There's no time to explain. We need to find Roderick. He's out there by himself.
Ой. Ой. Здорово, Трейс.
Fuck! We need to get back to camp.
Ой. Куда стой? Туда стой. А сюда я стою.
Garrett, we have to get back.
Да подожди, у него все нормально. Так, стоп, что происходит? Какая тут сеть? Ой, стой, стой. Вот и я? Не?
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one!
А, ну да, вот и я. Здорово, Гар. И пачку. Ну, спасибо.
Look out!
Ты чё ж я не вовремя руку с клаву-то убираю? Куда? О, сейчас вовремя. 2 очко. О. А! Да подожди, ты не надо обнимать меня, мы еще не знакомы. Отвали, отвали, отвали. О, хорош. Ай.
Fucking riddance.
Да ты угораешь.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Ну, да, типа того.
Speak up, Garrett.
Did you see him or not?
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Find a weapon.
Ну и куда вы
quickly.
поперлись? Ну-ка, стопэ, нахуй я в пати. Да куда бери ты меч, нахуй? Спасибо, милорд, я сам.
You fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time. Seven hells.
Форточки. А нужно
We
продолжать
have to
двигаться.
keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Погнали, дед. Чего ты встал?
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrad.
Ну, спасибо, а теперь мы пошли.
There's no time to waste.
Схватить. Ой, что это было?
I'll be damned if I let it fall
Это
into
у меня
the
ли в
hands
игре?
of those traitors. You have to go.
Я не оставлю вас.
I won't leave you, my
You
lord.
can, and you will.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle.
Tell him the North Grove must never be lost.
Tell no one but him. Do you understand?
You must swear. Tell only your uncle Duncan. The future of the
Да
house.
передам, не знаю, что это значит,
I
но
swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's
там
those
потом
Forresters.
разберемся.
On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters!
Хрена он мадет. А нет, не мадет. Просто лезвие рукой взял. О! Если престол навсегда. Железо куется во льдах. Окей. Влад Теслов. Так, и чё, идем куда-то? Побыстрее? Да, можно. Ты. О, свинка! Это Теслов после вчера. Че, еще попикапить? Нет, ничего? Ну ладно. Повозка.
That's father's car.
Ну, хуёво быть твоим отцом.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least still have his bacon.
Гоу драться,
Move along,
ёпта.
boy. There's
Дуэль.
nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
Ну-ка нахуй, давай.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off my land.
This is Bolton land now, boy.
Да, мне
Lord
похуям,
Bolton is the
ебать.
new warden of the north. I reckon he like a proper
Ты знаешь,
lordly
кто я,
son like
нахуй? Я
that.
познал Бусида.
No. I'll have that sword, boy.
Да? Пошел нахуй.
Fuck you.
В стиле Гардена просто послали. Все.
Alright. Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
А, ну нормально, вилл тоже оружие. Или топор.
You're a pig farmer, aren't you?
Давай вилы. А, сука. Иди в башку. Я и говорю, это тоже оружие. Стоять. Все, отдай обратно. Ай. Ушел. Хорош. Давай, бошку его.
Mercy, please, I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you.
Да иди в очко-то, а, свой себе.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Тоже мне, блядь. У меня тоже семья была. Благодаря вам нету.
Father?
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Угу. Недалеко спряталась, походу.
I tried to stop them.
Ну, классно.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Не, это вряд ли, братан.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Ну,
Bring the
печально.
maester! Meet us in the Great Hall! Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what?
Че, Болтону причин нужно?
She was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
Ты что, меня там ножом режешь?
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg.
Ты в натуре ножом.
Your justice was swift.
Ты неправильно
Some
зашиваешь
will call it
меня.
vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was
Голка,
murder.
нитка, не?
It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way.
It was justice. They got what they deserved.
They did indeed. We can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection.
Личинки.
Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Ой, бля. Ну, клёво, чё. Давай, тяни.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of
Да я
the
лучше
house and the
сдох.
eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our
Долго не
house will
пойдет.
never fall.
Обычная
I think
русская
God's let's
политика.
hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit.
Какой больно, куда больнее-то?
Hold this for me, will
Мне
you?
червей в ногу напихал, алло.
I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen.
He gave me a message to deliver.
A message? About what? What did he tell you?
Оно для моего дяди.
Get my uncle. I was told only to tell him.
Your uncle?
Вариант с личинками рабочий, но есть один минус. Я
Lady
даже догадаюсь,
Forrester will be
какой.
here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
А, даже так, ну ладно. Посмотреть на... Потрогать это.
Rather cute little
Ну, доставать
creatures,
потом их
aren't
надо.
they?
I guess.
Раздвинул рамку, вытряхнул. Сами выпадут. Я надеюсь, они хоть их моют или что-нибудь делают там. Все, берем, похуй. Не знаю, зачем потом придумал.
This might help.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maestro Tengrin. Look,
Не трогай мою ногу, господи, мне уже Валера тронул ногу. Посмотрим в окошко.
the Ironwood Grove.
Ты. Камеру можешь поворачивать, нет? Ну, гобелен.
Mirror. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now.
Это кто?
Ашер.
А, Эйшер.
Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Чё тебе надо, а? Можно еще... А, да ладно. Показать меч. Смотри нахуй. Меч.
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. That sword has been handed down through 50 generations of Forresters.
Давай базарить.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Who is the new Lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Чё со мной?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although, given the circumstances of your... circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
White
Why
Hill.
do the White Hills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Опять ты объясняешь.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
The White Hills want Forester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left. Just as they've done before.
Ну-ка,
Can I
клево.
go now?
Все, пойдем.
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true?
Нет, блять, выдумал.
Your family...
Прикола ради, да? Угу.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He was a
Героем
hero,
был.
my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
Доблестно сражался, хули сказать.
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Ну, было
Yes,
дело,
my
да.
lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family.
Ну,
He
роща.
mentioned something about the North Grove.
The North Grove? What of it?
He said, the North Grove must never be lost.
The North Grove. Interesting.
I see. You have the Forester's sword.
This belongs with Ethan now. He's the new lord of the house.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's
Ну,
given
что-то
to
морете, а?
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, that
Рамзи.
bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution.
Ramsay Snow's
Примзит
coming
Рамзи
here.
Сноу.
Aye. He'll arrive within a week. Those men will say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already.
Должно
You ask
умереть.
too much of the
He
boy.
deserves to be
правосудие.
heard. It was his
Нужно
family
быть
they
умнее, я
killed.
не знаю, что...
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart.
Этот бастард
And look where
настолько
that got
сырой,
him.
что он до сих пор претендует на трон.
So,
Ты сейчас
what's
кого
to be
про
done?
Рамзи?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same. As
Чёрт
any man.
Болтонов.
Fuck the Boltons. One of their men killed my
Про
family.
Гордона Рамзи или про
They'll
кого
say
мы?
it was justice. They'll say it was murder.
Ну, я про
It's
Рамзи
just the
Сноу.
excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan, the boy has
Куда
suffered
мне
enough.
идти?
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's
Wall.
done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons.
Я меч
I'm afraid it's the only solution.
Я дозорный на стене.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Что-то я так давно «Престолу» смотрел, я даже забыл, за что Джона Сноу, блядь, на стену отправили.
Were it up to
Охуеть.
me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would, and God's willing someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the wall. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Северную
Lord
рощу
Forrester
нельзя потерять.
asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
Вылез из,
For good reason.
не из той пизды.
Most don't even know it
Да
exists.
нет, там
They
что-то
think it's
еще
just
было.
a myth made up by
Не помню
wildlings
за
and
что.
fools, and it's better kept that way.
Нет, типа он
I
бастард,
assume
это
you
факт,
kept your
а
word.
за что именно там, что случилось,
You haven't
что
told
снова
anyone else,
отправили
have you?
Джона.
This is important, Garrett.
I told Lady Forrester, and Maester Ortengrin overheard.
I appreciate your honesty. But Lord Forrester's message was not meant for their ears. I'll speak with Lady Forrester, and I'll deal with the Maester. He's the last person I would trust with this information.
О,
Which
начинается.
is why, from this day forward, this must be our secret. Soon.
Ну,
a
а финале
name
он
in
чисто по
your
приколу пошел.
But
Ну,
I
блядь,
can't say
да.
anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help. Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
Я буду служить честь.
I'll serve with honor.
Хонор.
I know you will.
Хонор.
Garrett, wait!
Ты что за белый медальон?
Be safe. Ethan?
couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine.
Промолчу.
He's just forgotten this is a game. Ryan, look who we've found.
Ебать ты прячешься, конечно.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And
Чего,
I
блядь?
promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
Конечно, блядь, среди Ланнистеров-то
I don't
безопасно.
want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you.
Кто-то,
but
ну
I'm
да.
not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Да, у
You should let
Ланнистеров не
Sir
каждый
Royland teach
печень
how to wield a
выдержит.
sword, like a man. He taught Roderick
Столько-то
and
бухать.
Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Ну, зато честно.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for
Ну
once.
да, конфеты
As
не
many
вопрос.
as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
Why not? Какой енот?
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's
Прикольно.
come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
I might remind you, Sir Royland. I'm the new Lord of House Forrester, not you.
Of course, my lord.
It's okay.
Так-то,
You
ёпта,
should
раунд.
go. It's what must be done.
Fine, let's be done with it.
Кто тут молокосос? Ну-ка сюда иди. Сейчас как размотаю.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there you said you were the Lord. Now prove it.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Давай, иди сюда, нахуй, побазарим.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family.
Ну давай пожмем, типа из вежливости.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Ну ладно, все, поблажек не будет.
Day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oath-breakers.
Aye, and look where that got him. And no
Чё, ты батл со мной устраиваешь?
What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters. Does little Lord Forrester know how to speak? You Forresters have shit on us for generations.
Ты чё, нахуй, мышь, охуел совсем?
No longer around to have you back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the warden of the north.
Aye, and we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Attacked for no reason?
Garrett was only defending himself.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men? And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their
Да,
time.
похуям.
Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
I've heard enough, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Вали нахуй отсюда, а?
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say.
Lord Bolton,
I'll send him a raven,
ебать,
letting
ты
him know a
заебал
Forrester man
покиваться.
killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is
Давай,
law.
давай, суч. Как
Do
пожелаете.
as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Давай, давай, иди стучи нахуй. Поплачься кому-нибудь. Платочек дадим. Угу.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
О, гавань.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can. Asher sent me this coin, to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Ethan made this for me. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena. Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday. King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Так, а что делать-то? Ешь, в форточку пойдешь. Двусмысленно как-то.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Так, что, все, надеюсь?
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Ну, заходи.
No, it's fine. Come in.
О, Эрик, привет.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, matter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
Ну, я служанка, типа.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Ну, Cersei.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but
Ну-ка давай,
What did they
базарь.
say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know.
Ну,
Most people
спасибо.
don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Хоть ночью, ебать, там день какой-то. О, здорово.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Ну, погнали. Чудовище.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend.
Сейчас, минуты, а то я сейчас реально обоссусь. Все, тут сам чудовище.
Jonathan as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened
Там
to
было
your
написано
family. I
Хайдгарден.
feel your pain as if it were my own.
Интересно,
What
наоборот.
you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
Я Хайд
She
сильно.
mentioned the northern girl in my
Там
service,
название
and
чего-то
she
было,
called you a
Хайдгарден.
traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know.
Тяжело воспринять игру
She's
только по
waiting for us
субтитрам.
now,
А тут
and I
озвучки
promised
нету.
I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Ой, блядь, ну да,
See if the
точно.
Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Грудь зато прикольная. Ой, что?
Good luck.
О, какие люди.
You can do this.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Склонить голову, стоять прямо, преклонить колени. Ну, давай на колени встанем. Будем владами. Королева довольна.
Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the
Тирион,
king.
это Егор. Дохера умный, маленький бухарь на себя. Прям с языка снял. Я решил промолчать.
Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl can speak for her house.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served
Ну
the
ладно,
Starks,
поиграем так.
Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by
Паспорту
bringing
с
their
Форт
house to a
Боярд.
swift and
Что-то
sudden end.
бегает, светится. Ну да.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks,
Опять бухает.
wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Хорошо, что до ежа не добрались.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would... Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games.
А я попытаюсь.
Who do you choose?
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Тварь тупая, а?
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated. Although Cersei...
Ну, блядь, Марджери сама сказала, типа, делай играй под дудку Cersei.
It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them.
No, точно, ебать.
We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the master of coin who decides such matters.
Хорошо сегодня овер зашел, на
The crown
удивление.
needs boats.
Что? Он
Boats
заходил?
need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard. Not her.
I wouldn't want to anger Cersei.
And you'd be wise not to. But I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible.
Конечно, Cersei это
But at least
базарит.
it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back. Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour. Which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate. From what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
За Джоффри, за эту малолетку?
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
За что душить-то понять
He
могу.
does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister.
Brienne of
What a
Tarth,
perfect match.
Tyrion Ланнистер.
Sir Bronn
Ну да, точно.
and...
Высокая,
What are you doing?
мускулистая баба и карлик. Угу. Идеальная пара.
Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about. This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mirror.
Уже неплохо.
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Сложно всем
People are
угодить.
not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly.
Да по себе знаю.
Your words to
Всем
Cersei
не
were
угодить.
brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Ну, давай попробуем.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Да оставайся похуй, ебать.
Go on. Ask.
Рамси снова остановить.
Please, Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee.
Ramsay? Roose Bolton's bastard?
I fear my family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. But if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown...
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady! King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. My mother feels it is urgent, my lady. She's unfamiliar with King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you,
Что
my
тебе
lady.
душить причин нужна с
I will
каких
send a
пор?
raven to my family at once.
Ой, Рамзи Сноу. Беда. Он даже лошадь убежала.
Seven hells.
Ой, блядь.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work,
Так что делать-то?
I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat.
Так, не смотри
I
туда.
thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the
Там-то
warden of
как-то
the
ему
North.
заусенец на пальце сдирают.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen. There. Hear that? I know I heard something.
Сиди.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Нихуя, блядь, с Рамзи драться опасно. Что за наезды просто так? Кстати, охуенно пыточкой берешь, 3-5 заусенцев на пальце сдираешь до первой фаланги. Потом руку в соленую воду. Ух.
Bloody hell.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move.
О, клево.
Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Давай, давай.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
You spoke of judgment, Sir Royland. What judgment is that?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed.
Чего, блядь, тихо там.
We all fucking know it.
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons,
Опять
but
Эрик.
instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Самое главное, доля вина.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
Then you admit to the crime, in front of all gathered here.
I am only what this house made me. You cannot expect a man to live on loyalty alone.
you'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers.
О, там могут убить его.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
Men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
We can send him to the wall.
Ну вы черти, конечно.
I will decide.
Take his fingers! He's a thief! If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
Ой, это хорошая жалость давить, а?
Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Отрезать 3 пальца нахуй. Отправить на стену, но семью он уже не увидит. Пощадить, значит, будет слабаком. Так ты сука, а? Эх, на стену бы тебя, конечно. Отрезать 3 пальца как вору. Хотя там целую руку отрубает, а тут 3 пальца всего.
I, Ethan of House Forrester, Lord of
Пизду тебя.
Ironrath, name you a thief. The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
Oh, please, my lord! My lord, please! Please, no!
My lord, normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out, if you do not feel ready.
Я сделаю, ебать. Я лорд, я решил, я все сделаю. Я знаю правила. Скажи спасибо, что тебя не убили. Вообще, как говорили, убить тебя.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when
Скажи
it's
спасибо,
due.
что я его на стену не отправил, блядь.
Yourself, of course.
I did what I had to do, and it didn't bother me.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here. The bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office.
Ну, типа, хранитель, это
Tonight is
место
your first
десница
full
такой,
council meeting.
по их
It would be wise
понятиям.
to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Ну, погнали. Чё так смотрите? Отстаньте. Подхалимы. Это кто? А, это рано еще говорить с ним. Здорово, Райн.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
And what of your brother Asher? Where's his name?
There's only 2 sides to the blade. Besides, he left, so... Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword, I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies.
No, he's not our enemy, but he did a bad thing.
People who do bad things need to be punished. Someone did something bad to Father and Roderick. Someone should hurt them even worse.
Базар.
No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Так, с кем тут базарить-то, ебать?
You're all worthless and weak.
О, здорово.
Sword up. Swing left. Parry. Wrong. I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We
Где-то
post
багетки
anyone
не
who can
очень
hold a
били.
spear
Не
along the
хавать, а
parrot,
потом ссоришь.
up where they won't get much
Смешно,
scrutiny.
тут
And put our
озови.
meanest,
Окей.
nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And you should know that swinging that blade yourself took stones. It was a man's way of justice.
Come on, you dogs. You'll not be fighting here forever.
Ты кто? Мальком. Это кто? Это дядя этого, что ли, дебила?
Ethan. Or
А,
should
ну
I
да.
say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, dealing out a harsh punishment, no matter how warranted. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. I know how to speak to her.
I'm sure you do.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Да что опять? Что вы меня отвлекаете-то, господи? Дайте с людьми поговорить. Чё тебе надо, а?
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. The way you punished him.
Ну не убил же.
How could you be so cruel?
Ну не убил же.
I'm worried about you. What am I supposed to think?
Do you think it's easy? I'm the third-born son. Father never prepared me for this. I'm doing the best I can.
И на стену не отправил.
I know
Ну
you
хотя
are,
бы свою
Ethan.
семью может
I know.
видеть, ну пускай без трех пальцев.
I know you
Вот они.
told me you'd have to change, but I suppose I hadn't believed you would.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened
Она
with
с
Lord
неба
Whitehill.
хуй.
Garrett being sent to the wall without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
I wish Father were here.
We all do, but Father's gone. You are the lord of this house, which is why you must be strong. You're just as capable as Asher or Roderick ever were. I know it. I only wish you did too.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Duncan.
Duncan,
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Actually, I wanted to ask, why did you send Garrett away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Garrett had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the Whitehills. I only hope to give you an advantage.
I understand. And you're forgiven.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord. Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the Whitehills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
If that's what's necessary to keep the house safe, then we must.
Aye, a hard choice, but it's what has to be done. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Так, окей. А ты что скажешь? Давай быстрее иди.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life, or the lives of those you love.
Ransom or a robbery? We may pay him now, but what's to stop him from coming back again?
Lord Ethan, the dangers of today outweigh the fears of tomorrow.
Ну окей. Так, башня что там делать нифига.
Slash right. That means now. Yes, my lord.
I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud.
Duncan Tuttle is a good man.
Aye, a fine man. Wise even. But he has no business being sentinel. He likes to talk. But now's the time for action. So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Так и чё, и когда назначать-то, ебать? Кого-то? Наплечник?
I've decided to name you as my sentinel, Sir Royland.
Thank you, my lord, but are you sure?
Да.
Yes, of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But you must summon the small council, my lord, to make it official.
Right. I'll tell Maester Ortengrin to do it at once.
А как созвать? Как чё? Так, наплечник. Поговорить. Давай быстрее иди, а, малой.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Ну, да.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Отлично. Ну, что не отлично, у меня пузырь заработал, поэтому я в туалет. Так, все, теперь можно. Еба, голова долгая. И такие все, походу, да?
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision. Sir Royland de Gore,
Давай,
you will
Ройланд,
be my
ебашь.
sentinel.
Примерно, да? Что примерно, да?
You've done well, Lord Ethan. You won't regret this.
A poor choice, my lord. Forgive me for saying so, but it's true.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
My scouts say he's a day's ride away. We've no time to waste. He'll arrive before any of our allies could be here.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can handle Ramsay Snow. He doesn't scare me.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must
Здорово.
answer with the sword.
Да потом добавлю, у меня куча забот.
You gamble with the lives of everyone within these
Сегодня
walls.
упомнить.
Quiet, Tuttle. You're not the Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the small council, is it not? Lord Ethan should hear from all of us.
I will hear from my sentinel. Please.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand. Put every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall, and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
He would see it for the empty gesture that it is, and have us flayed. We must take a measured approach, my lord.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Что ты предлагаешь?
What do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
Да нахуй твою доту, а? Договориться, драться. Дипломатически. Драться.
My sentinel is skilled in the ways of war. Our forces may not be at full strength, but our men are willing to take on this fight. I think Ramsay Snow will see that too.
They may be willing, but are they able, my lord?
My lord, casting aside diplomacy means giving up our best chance to come through this safely.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
We don't have enough soldiers to strike fear in a madman like Ramsay Snow. Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Lord Ethan?
Да шел лорд-то, ебать. Это запарил. Да, в тронный
I will
зал.
meet him in the Great Hall.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
I've faithfully served this house for far too long to sit here and listen to this. Forgive me, my lord, but you are far too young to be the lord of this house.
Ты чё,
You're
охуел, что
likely to
ли?
get us all killed.
Пошел вон.
Get out.
Your father would not approve, my lord.
Пошел в очко. Ты чё мне перечишь нахуй? Субординацию соблюдай.
Apologies, my son. I had expected better of him. But now that it is settled,
Зрители,
we know what
братан,
we must
зрители.
do.
Ага.
We will meet
Еще бы ты сказал
Ramsay
деньги,
Snow in
братан,
the Great
деньги.
Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
No matter what, I will stand beside you, my lord, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house. There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct.
Давай,
Asher
доброй
knocked
ночи.
out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious,
Гавка на уровне
but
Дэнди
you were
8
in
бит.
danger, and there
Значит,
was
они
nothing
знакомы с
else
TellTale
Asher
Games.
needed to know.
Да что еще
Asher
скажет?
does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Ты как зритель... Ну, чувак, блин, а если мне Дота не нравится, я не буду Доту стримить. Это уже факт. Это не контрится никак. Доброй ночи. Взять луч от чего? Ну, возьмем. Что это? Тоже возьмем. Ну, да, взять.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
How is King Joffrey, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Please don't hold it against me. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Угу.
Where the bloody hell is Duncan?
He should be here.
Ah, fuck him if he's angry. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing.
Да ладно, финал,
I
что
know
ли?
you don't feel it could help us, but I'm
Разве
confident we've
Ашера
enough
не
strength
будет?
of our own. Your
Ну,
men are
только
ready
во
to
втором
act if
эпизоде.
needed.
Sir Royland, I trust you'll keep a level head.
Of course, my lord. But the bastard of Bolton can't be trusted to do the same.
Прикольно. Походу финал. Ой, Рамзи Сноу.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton? Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of
Thank
the
you,
Warden
Lord.
of the...
That's enough.
Ай, блядь.
Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
May I offer you bread and salt, Lord Ramsay?
I loathe bread and salt. Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were
Ой,
young.
пиздец, ой, пиздец.
Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
What do you think?
Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More Foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
Force him to focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
I only kneel to the king.
Is not the Warden also deserving of your respect? But then, I am not my father. Perhaps that is what you meant to say.
You see? He's a fucking traitor, just like his father and brother.
Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton.
Lord Whitehill is a liar. That's not how it happened.
Lad? A liar? He's
Ну
a
да,
White.
пиздобол.
Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
What? What? The Ironwood? But...
The Whitehills are nothing more than up-jump thieves!
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The Whitehills had Ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare.
Hence the name, of course.
They know nothing of how to cultivate the forest.
Look at their sigil, my lord. A barren hill.
Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your Ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
Whitehill men? Never.
It's already done. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
The 7 hells he will.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Sir Royland, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Oh, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just.
Подъем засчитан.
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Enough, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Ой, беда.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
Ой, сука.
What have you done?
Минус.
But I don't want a bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan!
My lord!
Oh, no!
I knew you'd bend the knee eventually.
My son.
I think we've come to an understanding.
Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
Ethan. Oh, come on.
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain.
Stop!
Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any
Ё,
trouble.
бля, Рамзи. Да, этот гондон.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him.
Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let them take me!
You will not take
Stop
him!
them! Please! Ryan, please! Let me go! Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
Какой нахуй место? Я такой ран не выживает. Он должен был сдохнуть и не харкаться кровью. Я тебя обрадую, он сдох, он больше не появится.
And you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too.
We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Так, ну что, первый эпизод закончили, и заебись, уже радует. Чик. Пойду достану машинку и подстригусь. А я буду подстригаться к маю, ну хотя бы бороду. Ой. Ты все, что ли? Ну да, один эпизод долго длится, поэтому по одному и буду проходить. То есть на 6 серий затяну. Гипаж второй. Не-не-не, сегодня точно нет. Я и так на работе заебался. Уже сегодня каких не хватает. Второй, блин, если выйдет после смены завтра, запущу. Там еще даже собираюсь запускаться, но вроде по времени должно выйти нормально. Ну, опять же, если не заебусь. Если все будет ровно, запущу второй. А там потом уж решим. Ладно, тогда пошел обстригать себя. Да, короче, давайте. Всем спасибо, кто присутствовал. Всем, короче, аривидерчи. Постараться... Блять, в ближайшее время, ну да, как обычно. Спишемся, словимся, да? Так что всем